Hey everybody, what's up? It's Joel, aka The Daily Guru, and it's time for another edition of Something Old, Something New. Today for Something Old, we're going to check out one of my all-time favorite records. It's 1978 and Elvis Costello's This Year's Model. Whether you're speaking in terms of the music itself or their fan bases, the fact of the matter is punk rock and new wave were never meant to blend. It's due to the fact that he's been standing in the face of this reality for decades that makes Elvis Costello such an icon, and there's no question that This Year's Model is one of, if not his finest release to date. Truth be told, This Year's Model is actually the first appearance of his backing band, The Attractions, and the sound they create is somewhere between the intensity and power of punk rock and a retro, almost anti-pop sound. The piano and keyboards present a perfect juxtaposition to the heavy, often confrontational rhythms, and there's a level of emotion and technical talent that remains unrivaled to this day. Then of course you have the unrivaled vocals of Elvis Costello, and it's on this album where the anger and the ferocity of his voice become completely unleashed. Yet at the same time, This Year's Model also has moments where he again proves that he has one of the most outright beautiful voices of his entire generation. It's the attitude of these songs that becomes so captivating. And it's again the way that Elvis Costello manages to find the balance between punk chaos and beautiful musicality that makes this record such a stunning achievement. Whether he's speaking about rebellion or giving sexual or social commentary, Costello brings some of his finest lyrics to This Year's Model. There's just no arguing Elvis Costello's place amongst the finest artists in all of music history. And whether it's for the unforgettable singles or the equally superb deep cuts that you'll find on This Year's Model, the record is beyond required listening. And if you don't spin it very often, you need to fix that right now. Thank me later. Today for something new, I'm going to check out the brand new release from Fiona Apple, and to put it simply, we'll call it the Idler Wheel. To say that the arrangements are sparse is almost an understatement in this case, as there's a natural echo and emptiness that almost make it more akin to a demo tape than an actual finished studio recording. This sentiment manifests itself in so many ways across this record, as in the end, it's one of the most pure and outright honest records you'll ever hear. The arrangements are so sparse that there's no place anywhere for Fiona Apple to hide her vocals, and you're able to truly appreciate her entire vocal range and style. Even when she slips up a bit, they kept and used the take. And it's this raw, unapologetic approach that proves the artist she truly is. Furthermore, there's more power and presence to her voice than you've ever heard on any of her earlier releases. And this helps to balance the overall lack of instrumentation or formal sonic structures. But here's the catch. I listened to this album a number of times, and I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. And then something hit me, and I decided to listen to this record with headphones on. And that's when I truly got the magic of this album. Unlike her first record that you might have played on your stereo or in your car, this record is tailor-made to be listened to in headphones and on your own, in a good way. It's just that to appreciate what she's done with these sparse arrangements, the album really requires your complete undivided attention. If you listen to it as background music or you're not really paying attention, you're going to be disappointed. But as always, Fiona Apple brings some of the most intense lyrics you'll find anywhere, and she exposes more of her soul than ever before, and anyone familiar with her catalog knows what a big statement that is. So in the end, Fiona Apple absolutely still has it, and on the buy it or borrow it, this one is a buy it for sure. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, go ahead and click subscribe, leave a comment, or click like, whatever you want to do. Remember that if you leave a comment here or you share this video via my Facebook page, you're automatically entered into a contest to win at least 4 of the albums I recommend at the end of the month. If you want to email me, you can do that at thedailyguru@gmail.com, and check out my website where every single day I write about the greatest music of all time at thedailyguru.net. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr right here, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.